Hello there. Welcome to the Beauty of a Woman's Heart page. My name is YAA'S. Today, we're here to talk about another situation pertaining to women. The last program that we had, I spoke about insecurities. So, of course, it follows naturally that we need to talk about how to build confidence. So, let me put my banners up and then we can start. So, the Beauty of a Woman's Heart page, named the page I named my second book after the page. Yes, The Beauty of a Woman's Heart, just the different aspects of womanhood, what we go through, how we can grow and develop ourselves, how we can be better. Especially in these times and ages, we need to be a voice for the young ladies who are also coming along, because we, the older ladies, sometimes because of scripting, cultural scripting, religious scripting, we were not able to actually be confident and pursue our passions. But it's never too late. We got to give the message to the younger ones. And also, it's not to say that nobody can do it at any stage. You can. Be yourself now, today, grow yourself, love your journey. So, we're going to start. When we talk about confidence, we mean having self-assurance of your own worth and abilities, and it's not arrogance. I know that in our community, when women are very self-actualized, very vocal, confident, they get called down, they get called names. It's rather unfortunate because, both genders, you have mothers who are women, you have sisters who are women, and you have daughters who are women. And so, if you have that expectation that your wife be mousy and quiet, is that what you want your daughter to become? Is that what your daughter has to go put up with from another man? Let's think about some of these things carefully. I do think that it does not matter who you are, man, woman, you need to be confident to live this life, this journey of life. It's so, so important. And so we need to, as a people, stop calling people down. Rather, we can come together as a whole, as a collective, and build each other up. So, women, we tend to focus on other people rather than ourselves. If you see me with my head down, I'm just reviewing my notes. You tend to see us taking care of other people, your husband, your children, other family members, your siblings, what have you. We forget ourselves. It's how we've been programmed. It's always doing for other people. We feel good when we do for other people. There's nothing wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. My main message is don't forget yourself. Never ever forget yourself. Take time out for yourself as well. So, because of all these factors, us being so programmed outwardly to cater to the needs of others, we tend to forget ourselves. We don't do our self care. So let's talk about how to build confidence. How do we do that? Before we can do that, let's find out what causes low self esteem or lack of confidence, if I may call it that. The basic ones are expectations from parents. Yes, growing up, parents have these expectations of their kids. Sometimes it's so much pressure. Oh, you are the firstborn, do this. Oh, you are this, you have to do that. There's so many demands. I've seen many of families where firstborns always have to be taking care of younger siblings. And you hear jokes. You hear jokes that, like, you see a lot of things on TikTok, and you hear people make comments like, they are not my kids. I saw this piece one time, and this child was saying, the mother was yelling at the daughter that your brother is crying or is hungry, and the child said, "It's not my child. Like, when did this person become my child? When did I have them?" It was comical, but it's the truth. So if we are not planning our lives and we're just doing things willy nilly, then our older kids get caught in this dynamic of not having their own lives, having to care for younger siblings when they should also be out there enjoying their journey of life from tweens to teens to young adults. The other thing is peer pressure. So if you've not, confidence has not been built in you, you don't have any support from parents, mothers, whoever, and you are growing up, you are more likely to be a follower because other people will coerce you into doing things you don't want to do. And because you don't feel loved at home or feel loved by people around you for that matter, you succumb to that pressure. As well, there's unresolved trauma. Dare I say that a lot of the stuff that we see around these days, a lot of us have unresolved trauma, myself included. Nobody is free of it, just by the very nature of how we were raised. There was yet again a clip recently on TikTok where this young lady was crying about how she was treated by her parents and the parents didn't get it. Look, I'll tell you what, our parents will never get it because they're always right. They were not taught to acknowledge their feelings, acknowledge wrongdoing. So when you talk about feelings, they shut you down. Oh, be quiet. It doesn't matter. It's your sister. There has to be unity. There has to be peace. At what cost? So a lot of us are traumatized, yes. So certain dynamics in families will tell you a whole lot. As well, we have relationships, breakups, and divorces. People, your ego or your pride suffers a blow when somebody leaves you. You feel rejected, whether it's your fault or not. Let's say the man is philandering and so the marriage came to an abrupt halt. Or you'll find your own gender coming to blame you that maybe you didn't know how to take care of the man and cater to his needs. That's why your marriage broke up. At the same time, you become a threat to these other insecure women, in quotes, right? Because they see you as a threat in the sense of now you are single, you're on the scene. So they can't have you being around their husbands. We have that going on in our communities. Let's be honest. We are speaking the truth. We're just hitting it bam, bam, bam. We're calling it as it is. Yes. And also there's societal and cultural messages. The script. This is who you are. This is what you'll do. Somebody like me, I am very outspoken. I speak my mind. I'm not rude to people, but I'll not allow anybody to muzzle me or bully me. And so you get called names. And though you seem quiet and whatever, you have confidence. You don't allow people to push you around. And a lot of us can't handle that. So the best way they handle you is to put you down, make comments about you. I've had my fair share of it. People who don't know you, hardly knew you, will make certain assumptions about you. Yet, at the end of the day, maybe and just maybe they wish they could do what you were doing or be like you. What I say is that if somebody has certain traits that I wish I had, all I have to do is go to them and say, hey, I like the way you do this. Can you show me? So they give you a tip or two. But we react with jealousy, backbiting, bitterness, all kinds of things. We make people feel less than. So if you are not confident and this goes on around you, where are you? They shut you down and that's it for you. So, and of course, internalized shame. I mean, if you keep telling a child they are stupid, they are foolish, they won't amount to anything, or they are nobody in the scheme of things, that's what they have inside them and they're always holding on to it and it becomes their script for life as well. So on to the main theme then. How do we build confidence? Listen up, women. Learn to show yourself compassion. Don't be having those pity parties. Don't feel less than. Take a good look at yourself. Address negative self-talk. The things that you say to yourself. Anybody can if you put your mind to it. You are good enough. You are worthy. Honor yourself. Don't let anybody take your dignity away from you. Never, ever, ever. Don't let anybody take your dignity away from you. Otherwise, that will be the end of you. If you don't learn to hold it together or hold your head high, who is going to do it for you? You've got to be your best ally on this earth. A lot of us women, we think that we can't survive without other women, especially when these women don't even like you or they want to browbeat you, push you around, just use you. Right. learn to stand on your own 2 feet. Listen, when you start valuing yourself and you get rid of certain elements around you, the good ones will come. You attract the positive. It's how you've realign your thinking and your perceptions about yourself. As well, you know what? Learn a new skill. Take some small steps towards achieving your goals. Don't play small. A lot of times we sit around, oh, I don't know this. When I was back home, I didn't go to school. I didn't this. Listen to me. If you are living in the diaspora, look around you. There's any number of resources around, anything you want to do. I remember there's this college, it's called Metro College. I think they're still around. Every so often, especially during the spring, summer, they bring these booklets around. There's all kinds of courses in the languages, office staff, office management, photography, cooking, for any number of things. I remember that I used to take French classes during at work, but even I remember on one occasion signing up for French classes through Metro College, and I would go to one of the schools on the south side on the weekend and take classes, and I met different kinds of people there. So these things exist, but with us, do we take the time to go find out where those resources are? So if you may be a good cook and you want to set up a restaurant or do a home business where you cater to people, maybe you want to go take a cooking class just to become familiar with the Western, it could be anything, maybe it's Chinese, Korean, other varieties of cooking, just to expand your business. You can do that. Why am I talking about all this? You build confidence when you do new things. You do. Try it, okay? As well, try meditating, praying. It helps. It boosts your confidence. It stills your soul. The clamoring stops. You begin this journey of self-acceptance, right? And also, there's certain times that you may need coaching or need a mentor. Let me speak to my people. Coming to live in the diaspora is not just about making money and shipping it to people back home to spend for you. Spend some on yourself, especially if you have kids, invest in them. So coaching, be prepared to pay, okay? I say it constantly. There's a lot, any number of courses, whatever, flying around on social media. The first one is always free. You go in, you listen, and then they give the offer. It's up to you to stay or walk away. No harm done. As my fellow brothers and sisters would say, walk past. You just walk past if you don't want to go further. Don't cry about spending $10, $20, $50, even if it's $1,500, $2,000. People spend $20,000 just to get trained, become a better version of themselves and impact others. They do, with the knowledge that they acquire, they build their businesses and voila, anything is an investment. You need to think long term. We are too short range. Think long term, the future. How will this benefit you in the future? So we cry about money, yet we don't have the money. So what is the point? You'll spend money buying clothing to go to parties, to go to outdoorings, funerals, what have you, but you won't spend money to invest in yourself, to make you better, to increase your, to add worth to yourself, right? You become more marketable with the skills that you have. You can apply for a new job and what have you, okay? The other thing is how to build confidence. Remove yourself from toxic relationships. These drain you. Maintain your boundaries. There's time wasters and energy drainers. It's better to have one or two friends than to have a crowd who don't even care about you and who are plotting your downfall very vigorously, I might add. Why are we so insecure that we're afraid to look the truth in the face and say, this situation is not becoming to me. I'm out. And you get stepping and you get out. Lady, start to take care of yourself. You get to choose. Don't never let anybody choose you. Choose your friends. And also stop people pleasing. Say no when you have to. No is a 2-letter word. It's so easy to say no. I can do this. I'm not doing that. No, that's my final answer. And then again, too, admit your weaknesses or mistake. Be able to say that I don't know this with ease. Don't become something that you are not. I don't know this. You're building confidence. You're honest with people. It's like going to a meeting. The client may ask you a question. If you don't know it, don't force yourself to answer it and run into problems later. Just say, I'm sorry, I don't have an answer to that right now, but leave that with me and I'll get back to you. And then you find the answer and in a day or so, get back to them. That's how it's done. Nicely done. Again, a confident woman is able to laugh at herself and not care what others think of her. A lot of us, this is especially for us from the shaming community that we come from. We always want to shame people. So if you think somebody is going to use something against you, you say it first. What are they going to do? Because you brought it out, you've been open about it, you laughed at yourself. Not the laughing at, there's people who laugh at themselves and it's sad to watch. The very low self-esteem. Oh, as for me, I'm too this. No, that's not what we're talking about. You can say, oh, hey, what is, you are doing math and you say, what is such and such? Oh my goodness, I'm not that good at math, am I? And then you start laughing. The crowd will laugh with you because, you've been able to, own it, is what I'm saying. You've been able to own it. Like you're trying to add 9 plus 9 and then you end up saying 17 or 16 and somebody corrects you and you go, oh dear, you laugh. But you have people who be like, oh, especially if it's a child correcting you, the other, what do you mean? What do you know? Shut up, be quiet. And that's what we do, right? It's our way. Yeah, no. Learn to own your fault. Say, I don't know it. I'm willing to learn. Yeah. As well, take care of yourself and without apology. Don't explain yourself to anybody. No. You know what? There's people who, when they see you, they want to put you down because of the kinds of things that you're doing. We don't know how to tell people that, hey, listen, you are doing this and it's great. Wow, that's great. Carry on, push. Let me know if you need anything, or maybe we can collaborate, that kind of thing. Rather, when you're doing something good, people find a way to minimize it and to put you to shame because it bugs them. It makes them feel insecure. If you are shining that much, maybe it is exposing their lackluster type of attitude to life or what have you. There's many reasons why people get envious of people. I'm just trying to come up with some scenarios. A confident woman does not care what other people think about her. And I'm saying this to say that you must not be the type of person who just runs roughshod over everybody, not caring. No, that's not what we mean. It's like, okay, I heard such and such doesn't like me. They said this and that. Why should I sit in my house and cry about that? Am I supposed to care? I always come back to the breath. Do you breathe for me? We need to come to a place where we're able to put things where they belong once and for all. If you're a woman and you've been led to believe that your only worth on this earth is to be pleasing to a man, that the only reason you're on earth is to get married, to set up a household. Look, there's facts of life. There's attribute traits of life, things that we have to do in life. It seems we are programmed towards it. And then if somebody is not doing it, then, oh, why are they not married? Oh, why don't they have kids? Why this? Why that? But they forget you, the woman sitting there. Who are you? Is that all? Especially in our communities, a lot of us women are believers, right? Psalm 139 tells us that I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Did God say you are fearfully and wonderfully made only when you are a wife, or only when you are a mother, or when you are a missus? It says you are fearfully and wonderfully made, period. be it man or woman. So the man is feeling fearfully and wonderfully made, but you, the woman, because of the culture and whatever, you're shortchanging yourself. Let's not have that. You know what? Empower your girl child. Empower them to believe in themselves. These days, there's men out there too who are working on themselves and they want you to bring something to the table. Better yet, you be the table. There's men who are not threatened by women doing well. In fact, they want those kinds of women. Right. It's the insecure ones with the fragile egos that they want somebody who'll be a doormat. Everywhere you turn on social media these days, in our community, women are being bashed one way or other. I mean, I know it goes both ways. There's things that men are doing that's not the best, and there's things that women are doing that's not the best. It's all part of the foundation, how we were raised, the trust, the lack of confidence, lack of love, nurturing. And it's not to say everybody, but there's certain common traits that are attributable to each society. And we know ourselves, so let's be honest here. But I'm speaking to women. Listen, if any of what I've said resonates with you, contact Auntie YAA'S Own It Academy. We provide women empowerment, life coaching, and book publishing and writing services. If at this juncture in life you're not sure where you are going, and you need help to get on track, we'll assist you. We're here to serve and support you. Live your best life. Live your best life. Listen, confident woman, get stepping. Do the work to become the best version of yourself. I'll leave it right here. Until next time, my name is YAA'S, and this has been the Beauty of a Woman's Heart page. Do join us next time. Take care until next time. Bye-bye.